Okay, well, the first thing we want to do is I want to try to help you find a place where you can buy a suitable board to make your marker board with. Now, I live in the U.S., and my main three places around town here where I could go and find something like this are Menards or Lowe's or Home Depot. So first I went to Menards. I did a search for white panel boards right there. And I had to scroll through a page or two, but anyway, I found what I wanted. And it was right here. It says DPI right here. It says DPI 4x8 white melamine wall panel. It's $13.27. I can't guarantee the price. It might be higher, might be lower. They change from time to time. But this is the product right here. This would be suitable for your board. After I show you here how to make and install a board of your own, I've created a new video showing you exactly how I did the lettering and the graphics on my board and how you could do something very similar. Click on the link in the description below or go to tubemasterystudio.com/graphics.html. Okay, now you could do the same thing at Lowe's. I did the same search for a white panel board and I got this. It's not exactly, it's very close to 4x8 feet. Smooth white hardboard panel right there. And there it is. And again, this is about $13. You can see it. Doesn't show up much. It's just a white board, but it's 4x8 feet. Again, this would work well. You could do a search and find this at Lowe's, and that would work well. Now, the other one was Home Depot. And at Home Depot, again, I searched for white panel boards. The very first one that comes up, if I can get that thing out of there, the very first one that comes up is this Yucatile, and it's 4 feet by 8 feet. It's $13.77. If we click on that, you can see we can get it up close for you, but here it is right here. And you can do a search. You could copy this down and just put that in. This will come up. Again, it's about $13. One nice thing is, and I decided to go with Home Depot. One nice thing is you come down here and it says text to me right there. You can put in your phone, click on that, put in your phone number, and they'll text you exactly where it is. It's in aisle 30, bay 12. Then you can just take your phone with you and you can find it quickly and easily. Okay, well, with any home repair project that I do, and maybe you're not like me, but you'll always run into some kind of problem. Well, it's not a big problem, but the problem is that I've got an SUV and I can't fit a 4x8 foot sheet in the back of my SUV. It just will not. It's too long and it's too wide. I just can't get it in there. Okay, but there's a solution to every problem, and it turns out that at Home Depot, and probably at Lowe's and Menards, you'd have to check and see, but at Home Depot, they will cut any boards or panels to any desire you want. They've got a big upright saw thing. It makes perfect cuts every time, and they will cut it down to whatever you'd like. So what I decided to do is on the left, this was a 4x8 foot sheet, and then on the right, I wanted them to trim two sides and cut it down, and I decided to have it cut down to a piece that was only 40 inches by 72 inches. That's plenty big enough for my marker board, but that solves that problem for me. I chose to cut it down to 40 by 72 inches for two reasons, okay, and both were important to me. And the first reason is that it will fit inside of my vehicle now. I can actually take it home, which is my ultimate goal. And the second reason is a 40-inch by 72-inch size is in a perfect 16 by 9 proportion. And that probably rings a bell with you because you know that 16 by 9 is the proportion of the YouTube player, which means that when I turn this into a YouTube video and I'm writing on it, it will fill the full player, the full size of the player. I won't have those pillar boxes or black lines down across the side of the image or the top of the image or anything. So it fits in my vehicle, and it's the perfect size to fit into the YouTube player perfectly. So that's what I did, and I bought it, I loaded it up, and I brought it home. Okay?
Okay. Well, what I would like to do is, now look, I've already showed you, where I bought the board, how much it cost me, how I got it cut, how I got it home in the back of my SUV, and all of that. So you have the board, and the first thing we need to do is we need to fasten the board to the wall. Now, I had a helper. I suppose you could do this by yourself, but I had my girlfriend help me. So the first thing I did is I came back here and I used a marker, just a little Expo marker, and I came down 2 inches from the top, and right in the middle I drilled a hole. And then over there in the corner, okay, I came in 2 inches and I came down 2 inches and I drilled another hole. And so I have 6 holes, 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top. And what I did is I just, you know, every time I made my measurement, I put a little dot there. And then after I got them all marked, I got my drill out. So I had my girlfriend hold this up. She took 2 hands, held it in place, got it about where we wanted it to be. And so I went up here and I took a 1/4 inch drill, 1/4 inch drill bit. And while she held it up there, I drilled my first hole up there. And I drilled right through here, through my marker board, and then right through the drywall. And I didn't hit any studs or anything. It's just drywall. There's nothing behind it. I mean, there's studs behind it, but I didn't hit any. So I drilled my first hole. And then the next thing I did, and just do 1 hole at a time. Don't try to, you know, do them all. But I came up here and I used one of these plastic anchors like this. And I'll zoom in and show you a picture up close. But I used one of these plastic anchors. So what I did then is came over here, and I'm going to show you this one down here because it'll show up a little bit better. But I took my first anchor, I put it in there, and I just pushed it in there. And then I took my drill and this first screw, there are Phillips heads on these, like a little crosshatch type head. And then I got my drill bit right in there. And whoops, right there, and I got the screw in. And I got all 6 screws in here, okay? So that's how I fastened it to the wall, and it's on there pretty sturdy. So this is not very heavy, so that's more than enough support to keep it on your wall. Okay, so that's how we got it in up there, all right? Hi, welcome back. So what I want to do right now is show you how I did the lettering and how I got all the letters and the sentences lined up. My info product earnings and the lettering I've got over here and here. How I got the people's faces drawn, and what have I got back here? The image of the camera. So let's take a look and I'll show you how to do that. I'll tell you there is a little bit of expense involved, but if you're going to be doing this all the time, it's probably worth it to get the equipment that I'll show you and go over with you. So let's take a look at how that works, okay?